Hi Scorpio, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Scorpio is your love reading for the month of November. We're going to draw 6 cards initially. The first 3 are going to relate to you and the second 3 cards are going to relate to the person or situation coming toward you in the month of November, okay? I've already meditated and shuffled the cards as always, but I will do that a little bit on the camera and then we'll get started. Okay, Scorpio, my darlings, let us get started. Now, first of all, let me say happy birthday, Scorpio. It is Scorpio season, so we could be expecting to be feeling a lot this month. You know, your energy is, your card in the tarot is the Death card, and, you know, that is all about transformations and ones that you will feel and see and play out in your life and in love, okay, this month. So the first card for you guys is the 9 of Pentacles. Number 9 is a number related to the Hermit, and that energy is all about looking within. It's about going within. It's about understanding what's within. There's already something there. What do you need to discover? You know, how are you being held back in love? Or maybe in the past, how were you held back in love? It's as if there's an understanding of the things that make you who you are. It's as if in November, Scorpio, there is an understanding and a confidence about the type of person that you are, about the type of person that you want to, about what you've got to offer to be, about what you have to offer in a relationship as well. There's a card that wants to come out here as well, just to clarify this. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's this one. The World card. So this might be something new for you. You know, the World card is, you know, basically the last card in the tarot, and we then have a new beginning. So it is transformation as in death, like the Death card is, like your card in the tarot is, but it's a different type of transformation also. It's one where things are different. You can see the difference. You can see the difference in your life. You can see the difference that this understanding has brought you. And we've had you know, a couple of difficult months with September, the month of judgment, and then October, leaving October, where we're trying to re-find our equilibrium and our balance and really trying to hold on to the things that are authentic to us and release the things that aren't authentic to who we are. And it seems like, you know, you're on the path. You know, you've gone through those 2 steps and now you are feeling a lot more confident about who you are. Things might be different. You might have, you know, you might be in a different situation when it comes to love. You might be newly single. You might be newly in a relationship. But the difference is you. You know, you feel different. You are behaving differently, acting differently, showing up differently. And that's evident with these 2 cards. You know, the confidence of the 9 of Pentacles. Remember, Pentacles is about practical things. It's about things that we can see, things that we can touch, things that we can feel, and things that we put our energy into manifesting in this world. So it's as if you've manifested your confidence and in love, which is new for you. It's a new situation for you to be in. I talked a lot last month about the number 7, and I even did an extra little video all about the number 7s. What does it mean? So you can check that out. And I talked, just like I said, about finding the equilibrium, finding the balance, rebalancing, and letting go of the things that really aren't authentically us, aren't authentically who you are. That's what we all went through. with the month of October. And it's as if you have to now, with the equilibrium, with finding who you really are, it's about standing up for that. It's about, don't forget what you've learned. Don't forget how what you've learned has affected you and how it's changed you for the better. You know yourself more after September and October. You have to. You know, time has moved on. And, you know, in an astrological sense, we were being encouraged to reflect. We were being encouraged to release. And some of you must have done that. And now when it comes to love, it's saying, you know, stand up for that. Don't forget what you've learned. Don't be the same now, because you don't need to be the same now as you used to be in relationships. You now know who you are. You now know what you want. So you go after that with the number 7, okay? With the 7 of Wands. Wand energy is related to our passions, our movements, our actions. So this is about you wielding your personal power. You wielding your authenticity, being authentic and sticking to that confidently in very nice, in the month of November. And we've got this card here. So, I mean, I was going to go on a tangent. I mean, you know, if you are in a different situation now, so, you know, you're newly single, or you're newly in a marriage, or newly engaged, whatever, and you now know who you are and what you want, when you have people coming toward you, for example, if you've been single for a long time and then you have someone coming toward you saying, oh, you're so sexy, I love you, whatever, let's date, whatever, that's all good. But you take with you the strength, the confidence, the wisdom, the understanding that you have gained about yourself when it comes to relationships. So don't show up. If someone does come and offer you, this is what this represents. If someone does come and offer you their cup of love, or tell you that they love you, or tell you that they want you back, for example, don't forget what you have learnt about yourself. You've got to bring that forward with you, and that's what this energy represents. Some of you could be, well, this is your energy, so let's look at what's coming later, but some of you could have someone coming toward you this month. But what this is really saying that in matters of the heart, in who you give your cup to, in who you express your love to, in who you, you know, bring into your life, don't forget what you've learned about yourself. Don't forget that confidence. You're in a new world now. You're in a new place now when it comes to your self-esteem, your attitude toward love. So don't just forget that, even if someone does come forward saying, oh, how much they love you and how much they want you or want you back, etc. Okay? Next card for you guys is the Judgment card. So we're going back in time here. The Judgment of the month of September I talked about. And, you know, this energy is about situations arising in our lives that expose our vulnerabilities, that expose our strength, that basically show us who we are. That's what this energy represents. And, you know, it's almost like you're getting tested. I've been through this with the universe where, you know, you make really good progress in things, you get over someone, or, you know, whatever, you're getting over someone, you're feeling good, you're feeling confident, feeling happy, and then some dude asks you out. And this dude is like the same type of dude you've always been messing about with in the past. And you're like, I don't want to waste my time with you. But do you actually go forward with that? Do you actually stand up for that and say, no, I'm not going to lower my expectations or to lower myself again to be in that type of relationship when I know that I've moved on from that type of commitment or connection. So this energy is about, it's really situations arising that really test you, that really force you to show up, that really force you to see who you are and basically show us what you've learned, show the universe what you've learned when it comes to relationships. You'll know what I mean. This card wants to come out. It's like, there's so many examples I can give you, but it's really clear that for some of you, you are single, you've been single, and you've been getting over heartbreak, you've been getting over hurt, and you feeling better, you're feeling like you're over the heartbreak, you're feeling like you're over the hurt. So Scorpio season is potentially going to bring some love or some lovers into your life. Yes, we've got the Tower card. So again, suggesting that something's going to shift now, something's going to change, and you're going to see yourself. There's going to be no hiding from what you've learned. There's going to be no hiding from what you now know. You're going to be confronted with a situation where you have to make a choice for a partner. Is it the right person? Whether you have to make a choice in a relationship, whatever it is for you specifically. And this is going to be something that is going to be shocking. I mean, I love the Tower energy though, because the Tower, when it hits, you know that the universe has been involved in your life. You know that the universe is listening to you, is paying attention to you. And, you know, this energy is number 16. So we have, again, it's a number 7. 1 plus 6 is 7. But we also have, and I've spoke about the number 7, haven't I? The challenge of that, finding your authenticity, basically, is what the number 7s are about, including the Tower card. Situations arising that help you to see who you are. And the 1 and the 6 of 17, you know, 1 is an initiation, a beginning, a start, a gift from the universe, something that's lucky, might not feel lucky, because the number 6 is about balance and harmony. So it's something that the Tower moment is about, something that helps you to find your balance, helps you to see who you are, helps you to find the beauty and the wisdom in the experiences that you've been through. So don't turn your back on yourself, you know, this when it comes to love. Remember all the things that you have learnt. I don't know what this is, but it is woo. Remember all the things that you have learnt about yourself, about relationships, in the month of November, Scorpio, and act from that place, okay? Now, I had the sense when I was shuffling before, that there could be someone from the past coming towards you. This is linked to that. And I suppose this could indicate that, but let's leave that to one side and let's look at the Hanged Man, the energy of the Hanged Man. This is basically card number 12 of the Major Arcana. And, you know, this is basically about seeing something from a different perspective, seeing a situation that you're in from a different perspective. So this could be, remember, this is the person or the situation coming towards you, or it's you. You know, you can apply it anywhere. And the Hanged Man is, so this basically suggesting that there's some history. You know, there's maybe potentially somebody that you have been avoiding, or that they've been avoiding you. Something's happened, something's changed in a relationship, potentially with, you know, this could be an ex-partner or someone that you're on a break with or whatever. And this is saying that they need to see a situation from a different point of view. Let's have a look at this a little bit more about this situation. Okay, we've got the Death card, which is your card, isn't it? It's your energy, Scorpio, the Death card. Now, it's interesting because this could be that this person has to see you from a different point of view, or your actions from a different point of view or perspective. And that's what's going to lead to this new start, this new beginning of the new world and the transformation of death, you know, the release of the things that we no longer need. You know, the Hanged Man is a card of wisdom. You know, it's about growth. It is a card of spirituality as well, about, you know, for example, if you think about the word miracle, well, what does that mean? Well, we can think about a miracle as something that is seemingly a very fortunate event that seemingly comes out of the blue. But you can have miracles in your life, you know, for example, you know, meeting somebody, you know, meeting a friendship can be miraculous. A friendship can change everything for you, change your life, you know, meet a teacher can change everything in your life, for example. And what I mean, the Hanged Man is like everyday miracles. It's like seeing the blessings and the beauty and recognizing that those things have helped to shape you and help you to understand who you are and how you show up, etc. We show each other our woundings when in soulmate relationships and soulmate unions, and this is an indication that, you know, there may be a connection between the two of you, or you apply it, but it seems that the person coming toward you is going through that transformation, recognizing that there is, I always say this, blessings in the times that have hurt us the most, because we see ourselves, we see how strong we are. But I definitely feel like, even though I'm trying to keep it open for people, I definitely feel like this is a connection that you've had previously, Scorpio. And the other person, or this person, whoever this is, you can apply it. This person's has to look at the situation from a different point of view, has to release some things, just like you've had to do, just like we've all had to do. You know, they have to release, they have to let go of some things. We've got the there's the Eight of Cups. There's a lot of hurt here, actually. I'm picking up on a lot of hurt. You know, it's interesting because this could actually be you, but you apply it. But this, I'm picking up on a lot of hurt here, a lot of hurt feelings. And it's kind of like, you know, someone got overly offended, or you might describe overly offended, or they might describe as overly offended by something that was, you know, not meant to hurt that much. You know, something happened, I don't know, there might have been some flirting that one of you found innocent, the other of you found very uncomfortable. But what actually that flirting incident was, for example, I'm just making this up off my head, that flirting incident was a way for that person to see and to recognise that there is something that they're actually holding on to that they haven't let go of. You know, the flirting incident, yeah, that's, shouldn't do it, blah, 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 whatever. But it's as if a small incident has triggered like this huge reaction. Something that one of you thought was really, really small, the other one has reacted in this huge way. And the reason that they've reacted in this way is because of previous things. It's because of other things that have hurt them, that have held them down. And I think that they felt like that was something that they overcame, or I'll speak to this person. I think that you felt like, you know, that was something that you'd overcome. And then this small incident happened and it was like the floodgates opened, you know, everything just sort of spilled out. And God, that's hard, you know, to experience that type of thing, when, especially when you feel like, yeah, I'm over that person, or I'm over that experience. And then a little thing, like one little comment that your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your wife makes, just basically like explodes into this huge big deal. And it's like, this person needs to understand that this circumstance that happened, this situation that happened that was small but became huge, it was so that they could see themselves, was so that they could recognise themselves with the number 8, with the 8 of Cups, so that they could recognise what they were holding on to. They could recognise that they were still carrying around things that they didn't need to be carrying around. The 8, the number 8, you know, it's the infinity symbol, and it always really links to karmic cycles. But if you ever, I don't know if you've ever looked at the hieroglyphs for the symbol of the sun and the moon, and basically if we squish them together, it's basically the number 8. It looks like the number 8. And I always think that, you know, the sun is all knowing, if you will, and is what we know, the clarity of things. And the moon is what's hidden. And when we have to go through these karmic cycles, it's to show us what is hidden. It's to reveal to us what is hidden. And it's as if a small situation turned into a huge upset. But it was important that this person saw the upset that they were carrying around with them. Okay? I know that was kind of went on a bit, but, you know, it's what was needed. It's what's coming through. You know, finally have this energy of the 4 of Cups, and it's really sad, because I feel like this, I'm really tuning in strongly to this person, actually, or to these people anyway. And this could all be you. This could all be you, actually, even though I've done it like that. It could all be you, so you apply it. But it is, you know, number 4s are about our foundations, and, you know, the 4 of Cups is like our emotional foundations, like, you know, the emotions that we're carrying around with us, like what we really feel about ourselves, what we really feel about our lives. You know, some people, and it does relates to, you know, boredom. It relates to, you know, being stuck in a rut, really, feeling the same way, not being able to get out of it, not really bothered about trying to get out of it, not really trying to get out of something that you're feeling, or a state of a way of feeling about yourself. And, you know, it's a really sad situation. It's a really sad space for some Scorpios and their partners or their ex-partners, whatever, this month. You know, it's like things have ended, you know, for some of you. It's just like the relationship's over, the relationship's ended, or the marriage is ended. But really, whatever the reason you've given, he's given or you've given or whatever, she's given whatever for ending this relationship, one of you needs to recognise that, well, that it's trying to show you how the situation ended, how the relationship ended, is trying to show you that there are things that you've been carrying around, and that there are things that you need to move away from and walk away from. You know, you could look at this reading and say it's about the end of a relationship, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. It could be the beginning of something, the beginning of a new relationship. But it's about relinquishing the things that need to be relinquished, letting go of the emotions, the negative emotions that need to be let go of. You know, releasing the things that, you know, trying to see them from a different point of view, trying to understand that the only reason you've had this awful experience, if it feels that way, is so that you can see who you are, so that you can see that you're still hurting, and so that you can work on those areas of wounding. Okay, so always try to look at a reading from like a higher perspective. You know, yeah, the energies are very important that come up, but really, these are questions for you. These are things that you, whoever's watching this, need to look at yourself about and reflect on for yourself, because that's what leads you through your healing and leads you through your growth and your understanding. And I think that, you know, some of us have really gone through a huge amount, or are going to be going through a huge amount in this month of November, but it's really about you seeing yourself from a much more positive, much more compassionate place. And for the other person in your life or not in your life, it's for the same for them. It's so that they can see themselves from a much more positive and much more compassionate place, okay? And a much more balanced place with harmony. So, Scorpio, I hope that you have a good November. You know, try to be there, try to be present, try to feel what you feel and try to experience what you're experiencing, and not force it away. You know, don't try to ignore it or say, no, I don't want to think about that, I don't want to reflect on that, because it's the acceptance of this is the state, this is how I'm feeling, you know, this is what I need to do. It's the acceptance of those things that help us to then move on to the next step, help us move on to the 9 of Cups. Yeah. So I really hope that you get your transformation, and it's a really positive month for you, Scorpio, okay? I'm going to do an additional love reading not next week, the week after. I'll do an additional love reading for all of you, Scorpio, so you can check that out. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and click the little bell below, because it gives you notifications of when I am uploading new content. Please like, please comment, please share. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Key Wisdom Tarot. Much love to you. Have a fabulous November, my fabulous Scorpios. Happy birthday. And I will see you all very soon with your next readings. Take care, my darlings. Bye.